All right, so last time I told you that we were going to be fixing this. Right now, if I go to a regular user that we have made after the password encryption lecture, we can see that it does have a different password. It has an encrypted password showing right here because these are long characters. Anyways, we don't see it there because, but I know that it is like that because I made those users. So I'm just gonna show you right here in the users table. You can see that the password here. Let me just make that user actually. I erased them. So if I go ahead and go to the page right here and register a new user, for example, demo 2000, demo 2000, Gmail, and register. All right. Then we go to admin. Actually, we got to go here, refresh. We can see that it does have a big password, right? Well, if we go to users and check on that user there, we're gonna see that it does have that password showing there. We don't want this password here. We want the password that is coming from the form, but at the same time, we also want to encrypt it, right? Because right now, if I go and change this to 123, that password is not being encrypted, all right? And we can see that here. If I refresh, all right? So when we made that change about the password encryption, we need to kind of update our system too, you know? So let's go ahead and do that. Now, we got to go to add edit user, and that's going to be inside the admin and includes, all right? So here, what we want to do is that we want to go ahead and use that, all right? Use that encryption right here. So we want to go inside the database. We want to make a trip inside the database first. Pull out this field right here. If you want to go ahead and do that, pull out this rand column or field or rec, whatever you want to call it. And once we pull it out, then we need to use that function crypt. All right. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I got it already done for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste it here. Right here. All right. And I'm going to explain it right now. All right. So before I make this query to update the user, and I'm in this page right here, all right, before I make the query to the database, I make another query. And on this query here, what I'm doing is I'm going inside the users and I'm pulling out some information. I'm going to pull out some information. So once I check that everything is good with the query, I'm going to go to the database right now. All right here. So now this is going to go inside the database. All right, it's going to get the result back. And I'm just going to assign it to row. And then I'm going to take that result out, that value out, and assign it to this variable salt. All right. Then I'm going to use the crypt function to grab the user password. And the password right now is this one here, user password. Right. So I put the password here because it takes two parameters. And then I put it together with the salt. All right. Now, one field here that I need to change is this field right here because this is going to be our new encrypted password already. So I'm just going to copy this and put it right here. All right. Paste it. All right. Now, don't get confused about this right here because what I usually do is I do a while loop, right? I do a while loop and I have this inside the while loop like this, and then I have all this in the middle here. What I did is that because we only have one result coming back, I really don't need to loop through I really don't need to loop through the table to get everything. I just need one result back. All right. So if you do the loop, if you do the while loop, it gets all of them. I just need one, and it's gonna take the first one it finds to this specific user. The first one he finds on the table, and of course, we're gonna be just looking for one only. All right. The first one. So, anyways, so now that we do this, we're good to go. All right. There's nothing else we gotta do here. As a matter of fact, there is. All right. There is and that would be on the form right here. We don't actually, no, that's fine. You see, now this is going to echo the user password, the old one, the one that's coming from the form right here. All right, that's the one that's gonna be echoing down there. So we're good to go. Actually, let's go ahead and try that now. All right, so let's go to users, and I don't think we have any. All right, but if we go ahead and do this, update user. All right, that should encrypt the password, but it's not doing it is because I'm missing something here. Hash password, and yeah, actually I'm not missing anything. It's doing it, but we're not seeing it here. So let's go to the database right here. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh, and now we can see it is actually encrypting it. All right, I lost myself there for a moment. Sometimes when you have a lot of code in front of you, it could happen. All right, especially when you code all day like I just did today. Really tiring. But anyway, let's go ahead and make a new user and see this in action. All right, let's go ahead and create a new user. All right, from here, and let's just call this demo 2000 or 2 million, actually 100. Going too far, right? And Gmail. I'm going back to Gmail. Some password. Actually, let's make a really small password. 12. Register. Let's go in the back. Let's look at what we got. We got this password right here, edit, and we can see that that 12 turned into a big password. Let's make it 12 again, update. We can see that we only have that showing, and when we go inside the database, refresh, we can see that big long password right here, right? Actually, yep, that's it. I thought it was demo 2000. I need my coffee, guys. But anyway, we're done with this one here, and on the next one we're going to be working more on users. When we add a new user, we want to go ahead and maybe do some more notifications here. But I think that we're good for now. um, we might add another functionality here, because if we add a user just like this, it's just going to add the subscriber automatically, even though they are an admin. For example, I come here and I said update user, right? And if I come back to the user, view all users, come back here again, and I click again, it's gonna go to subscribers. All right, we don't want that to happen, so we're gonna fix that on the next lecture.